everybody? I'm here today to talk to you about a Fitbit Sense that doesn't charge. I'll be going over 6 easy fixes in this step-by-step tutorial. Let's get right into the video. There are many different solutions to this problem of a Fitbit Sense not charging, which is quite the rare problem. It doesn't happen often, but there are quite a few solutions. These are probably the 6 easiest and most common ones. So let's get right into the video. The first thing that you should try always, whenever you experience a problem with the majority of technological devices, is to restart it. So how do you restart the Fitbit Sense? There's a button right here, and sort of like a pretend button. It's an indentation actually. You want to press and hold that down for at least 10 seconds until the Fitbit logo faintly appears on the screen. Make sure that when you press and hold that down, you are pressing firmly and holding it down consistently so the device registers that you want to hold it down and that you're not like trying to press it, right? It might think, if you're like moving your finger, it might think that you're releasing it and pressing it again. So be consistent with your pressure and holding it down. So restart it. See if that works. Oftentimes that will fix the problem, believe it or not, okay? And you might think it's something else, but oftentimes it's just like a software issue, so just restart the device, okay? And most of the time, if you were to actually leave the device alone, it would sort that out by itself. But if you want to charge it right now, and you want it to be sorted out right now, try restarting it with a hard restart, I would call that, okay? Number 2, make sure the outlet works. I cannot tell you the number of times, even myself, that I plug something into an outlet and I think that it's not working, the charger, the cable, the device, but in reality, the outlet, the breaker has tripped. Now, in my current house, it's not so much of an issue. In my older house, a few times the breaker would have tripped because some of the wiring, most of the wiring I had replaced with new wiring, but some of the wiring was older, right? So it couldn't handle as much of a load, and we had like new appliances and devices that were drawing load from it. So anyways, that's a whole other story, but make sure your outlet works. So how do you check that? You plug a different device into it. And you might think that these are running on the same circuit, and most of the time they are, but sometimes your top outlet and your bottom outlet can be running separately because they might not be bridged together, okay? So, you know, if you're plugging your Fitbit Sense into the bottom outlet, make sure you're checking the bottom outlet with another device, making sure that it has power to it, that it's working. The third thing that you can try is to wiggle or manipulate your charging cord. Now, these charging cords are super durable, right? But, you know, let's say you've had your charging cord for a long time and it's been really, really kinked, like really, really pressed together. You know, you might actually develop a kink in that spot. So, you know, what I would recommend is once your charger is plugged in, then I would recommend that you go ahead and you maneuver and wiggle the charging cord over and over again. Okay, I'm just gonna get, we're gonna get out of this right here. No, I don't want to go to the widgets, the weather, no thanks. Let's just go back to the home screen, the clock, just to make sure we're sort of where we need to be for the video, no distractions. So try and wiggle the cord and see if it starts charging, because that might work, believe it or not, if you have a kink in your cord. That was number 3. Number 4, okay, make sure the voltage or power or amperage is compatible with the power brick that you're using. So essentially, you have a cord here, and then you have a power brick. You wanna make sure the power brick that you're using works with the cord and the device, okay? Now, for the most part, I've never had an issue with this with any of my devices, but you might have a different kind of power brick that's giving out too much power or too little power, and that's not gonna charge the device at all or not gonna charge it properly. So take a look at the stats on your actual power brick and see if that makes sense. There should be some sort of statistic, some numbers labeled on there with regards to how much power it's going to convert and so forth, okay? That was number 4. Number 5, make sure the end of the charger is making a good connection. Now I'm gonna show you something, okay? So this is not plugged in, don't forget, right? That's why it's not gonna light up. If I try and do this way, right? Some people will go like this, oh, we're good, we're done, right? No, it only goes on in one orientation. And if it's not clicking in place magnetically, right? Like some people think this is charging. It's not making any connection, right? So you need to make sure it clicks into place magnetically like that. So as you can see right here, this is a good connection right here. Magnetically clicked into place, it's making a solid connection. That's what you're looking for. And it only goes in one orientation. So make sure the end of the charger is making good connection with the Fitbit Sense. Last but not least is number 6, which is make sure the charger and the the port on the Fitbit to charge it are clean. Lots of people, you know, they sweat with their Fitbit on, and they have like dirty wrists. Maybe they're working out in an outside setting or in a dusty setting, or working in the dirt with their Fitbit, or in any sort of anything where your wrists are going to get dirty. These ports will get dirty, and if they're dirty enough, it will prevent the charger from making a proper connection, which will essentially prevent it from charging. So make sure that your actual, all of these are clean. That's all. Just make sure that they're clean. I'm not really a concern with the charger. I wouldn't really recommend touching the charger. These will probably be perfectly clean for the most part. It's more on the Fitbit itself. And obviously, whenever you're dealing with anything like cleaning anything, make sure that your charger is unplugged, okay? Obviously, I think that goes without being said, but I'm going to say it anyways. Whenever you're working with cleaning anything or dealing with anything with the charger, make sure that it's unplugged. Whenever you're like kind of looking at the actual charging portion. That's it. Just be safe. That's it. You know, obviously exercise safety as your #1 concern. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.